Alright. Welcome back to Tainted Grail, where I lowered my vegetation setting because allegedly that helps with streamlining smoothness in this game. And the goal, anyway, is to have the game run more smoothly.
Put that
Because
away before you regret it.
near as my brother and I can tell, there's some sort of issue unique to the combination of things I have open when I'm playing this game that appear to be causing my issues. And given OBS is required to stream and at least one instance of my internet is required to be open to be able to see live chat, there's only so much I can do about that. So I lowered vegetation in the hopes, because apparently it's one of the more resource chunky options in game. So the game has slightly less greenery now, so we'll see green paint splotches instead of grass. But that's fine for now. If it fixes it, it fixes it. So what was I doing? Right, I needed to talk to you about something. Right, I talked to the alchemist, who basically told me he'd created a super combustible and that it was really the knight's fault for taking it without asking what it was.
What's happening with Firket? Is he going to surrender? Or do I need to use force?
Honestly, the fault lies with your soldiers. They took everything from him without asking, so they didn't know what was dangerous.
That's a serious accusation. Still, I suspected you might say something like that. I'll be honest with you. Firket is neither trusted nor well regarded among my soldiers, especially after the accident which, as you claim, they brought upon themselves.
Because they did.
Fine. Firket will stay in Kurnocht, and his inventions will be returned. However, make sure that he takes proper care of them, so they no longer pose a threat to anyone. Here, this is for your excellently conducted investigation. Tell Firket of my decision. Let him make the necessary preparations.
You're a dick. You do know that, right? Whatever, you're a dick that relented, so I'll let it slide. Careful, controlled falls. Firket, good news. I mean, good's kind of a relative term, I suppose, but still.
And? What's our situation? What did Denholm say?
He'll let you stay in Kurnocht and you can keep your weird candles.
Oh, so does this mean Camelot still has a working brain among its ranks? Incredible.
Listen.
Very well, a deal is a deal. I'll begin production of weird candles, and you've done well. In return, I'll offer you a discount on my products and allow you to use my house. Feel free to cook and sleep there whenever you like. I rarely indulge in those distractions. But remember, never, ever interrupt my work.
You know, you say I can cook here. I don't see a cooking station, friend. But that's fine. Eventually, I will be able to afford a house. Other than the one I massively underpaid for. which I can't actually edit the interior of in any way, shape, or form, and is a whole act away. Let's see. I think the Croc-Maw skin I put in my stash, so I don't actually think I have that. Oh! Bayor's outside. Wonder how he's doing. You know what, with the heart reshovery. How do I get there? I literally just go straight. I am so blind. No? Oh, you are outside. Good, I'm glad you're feeling better. You come outside and you still won't tell me shit. Ugh. Do you at least sell things?
You found her, didn't you? You went to that cave.
I did.
You came out alive. So that means she's dead. She wouldn't have just given you my heart back.
No, she didn't. Who was she?
I'm not sure. I'm guessing some kind of spell. I can't believe love could ever be that blind. Sweet old mother, I'm embarrassed just thinking about it.
Oh, you better
She was
be a
a monster,
romance option.
as you know. A beautiful one, but only on the surface. I can't believe it's over. Oh, and I didn't have a chance to express my gratitude. Although, an apology might be more fitting. You risked your life for me. That's more than I could ever ask of anyone. Even someone dear to me.
Oh, I'm getting romance
So,
flags.
Thank you. What brings you here? What do you need?
Well, I want to see what's for sale, for starters. You don't have to remind me I'm broke, game. That's just rude.
Got something for me to look at?
Let's see. Your wound. Oh, you know what? Let's start with
The
politics.
men here in Connacht is dying. The nights have become even more dangerous. People say the weirdness is creeping closer. Perhaps the Camelotians have a point. It is difficult for me to say anything more. I just want to do my job the best I can.
Oh, I like him. Airfare seems rather difficult.
Doesn't been easy for him. His entire world has begun to change around him. You've seen what they did to the trees near Connacht. For some reason, it pains Airfare no end. Even before I got sick, the Camelotians had commissioned a lot of work from us. I think he feels partially responsible for what's been happening around here.
Do you...
He seems stern, but he's a good, hard-working man. This time, though, it's personal. As soon as I was sure I could swing the hammer twice, I got straight to work. I'm forging a new heart. I know I've only just gotten back the one that beats in my chest, but I can feel there's something wrong with it. It's weaker. I am weaker and unsteady. It's easier for me to grow impatient and angry. More things seem to cut me deeper. I feel like my heart is poisoned.
Yeah, they would do that.
So far, all my attempts have failed. None of those hearts had the spark a forged replacement ought to have. They were far too weak to beat in a blacksmith's chest. There's a legend about the Stone Wardens. It tells that they could forge a heart stronger than any other. A heart that could make a man invincible.
Interesting.
Sadly, I don't know much more than that. Right now, I'm just banging my head against the wall.
I understand that feeling. Who are the Stone Wardens exactly?
Dalriata Master Blacksmiths. If you think something can't be forged, they've likely already found a way to do it. They have their methods, passed down from generation to generation by oral tradition. Outsiders rarely, if ever, gain access to their craft.
Did you ask Airfear about it?
I thought he might have heard something, but no. He just waved it off, told me to get on with some proper work instead of dreaming about old Dalriata legends.
So what do you want to do next?
Well, since the Stone Wardens are all Dalriata, my hands are tied. Grail is the only person from the tribes that I know. A Dalriata selling books. And that's something, isn't it?
Oh, I have to go
I
talk
was
to her for
planning
another
to ask
quest.
her about the legends myself, but maybe you could do it for me? Airfear will clobber me with his hammer if I shirk my work again.
Well, we can't have that.
Thank you. I hope Vrel will be able to tell us more.
Your wound, the cave, and the monster. Do you remember anything else?
In my eyes, she never looked like a monster. I remember following her to that cursed place. When we were close, she touched my heart. I felt a great pain. And then I saw what she really was. I got scared, grabbed something heavy. I managed to get away, but inside, I felt emptiness. Each morning after that, the burning of my wound grew more intense.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I've got work to do.
So do I, apparently. Bookstore's up a level, I think. Ah! Screen tear! Stairs. I'm real mad I can't get this place reopened.
Always a pleasure to see. Hello there. Looking for solid, affordable gear? You've come to the right place. Ah, but where are my manners? I'm Alwyn. And you, my dear stranger, look like you're in dire need of a resupply.
You seem very chipper.
Well, the men here doesn't seem to be on the verge of dying anymore. And with the Camelotians around, business is booming.
That's fair.
The longer they stick around with nothing to spend their coin on but our stalls, the better for us. It's a bit of a shame I'll have to delay visiting my brother at the Horns of the South, but he'll understand. He always says he can't leave his stall for even a single day.
Red Shield Commander's armor. Weird lantern. Sheds new light on the events, literally. Request items. Interesting.
Oh, hello there.
Hi.
Elixirs, powders, ointments. Got something for wounds, poisons. Something to keep you on your feet through the night and help you survive the cold. And all of it made by my own hands. With science. No tricks, no vile spells.
I'm sorry, who's calling spellcraft vile? Thank you,
Yes,
game.
all magic is a scam.
Oh,
An illusion that
sir.
pretends to give you something but always takes more in return. My elixirs work because they're based on knowledge and experience, not some fickle power from another world. Anyway, go ahead and read my anti-magic manifesto. I've laid it all out, why the magical plague must be wiped from Avalon.
Listen, I have a friend who's looking for a solution to his age-related weakness. Do you have anything?
So he's just old. Huh. There's no magic cure for that. Because magic is nonsense.
It's
But
not.
Science has solutions. This is a blend of stimulants and enhancers. It'll make him feel like he's 20 again.
So it's coffee.
Side effects? Sure, there might be some. But what doesn't come with risks? If he's desperate enough, he'll take it. If not, let him rot with his natural decline. Here, take this recipe. But prepare it carefully. Precision matters if you don't want it blowing up in your face. Or his.
You're such a dick. I am, however, greatly relieved I cannot actually buy your manifesto from you. That's good. Again, I reiterate, sir, you are a dick.
Oh, hello there.
What about you? Osmond.
Welcome. I haven't seen you around before. One day, a friend of mine asked me if her new dress looked good, and I told her, you have excellent taste. She was tickled pink and said, oh, do you really think so? But now, let's get down to business. My name is Osmond. If you're in need of a bow... No. Good advice is always handy, especially when it comes from someone experienced. And believe me, when it comes to archery, I'm not just an expert. I'm beyond that. In fact, I'd be surprised if you found anyone on Avalon who knows more about it than I do.
Really? And what makes you the greatest expert on Avalon?
Well, find me someone else who's been doing this for over 40 years. Every aspect of it. Back in '84, I was chosen to represent Connacht in the team archery tournament. And I wasn't even a lick over 18 back then. During one round, we were shooting at targets 100 meters away. The target was the size of a small apple and the wind was blowing from the left. So, I took aim and wham! Right in the middle. Even the captain of the Camelot team jumped up and asked, have you got any more like this one? Maybe the boy would rather shoot for us.
If you're that good, why haven't I heard of you before?
If you were older, you surely would have heard of me. I could have been the first of Avalon's archers. They almost knighted me. But as it happened, I joined the watch, got married, and... well, that was that. Hey, if only I'd had the common sense back then that I have now.
What can you tell me about Connacht?
What do you want to know?
Tell me about the relocation to Camelot.
There's not much to say. They told us the Menhir's gone out, and now they want to move us along with it. But the way they're at it, they've been here for weeks. If I were in charge of Camelot troops, we'd have been done in 3 days.
And tell me about Lord Yvain.
He's a good man, but that woman of his, oh, mother preserve me. She once set herself on fire along with half the mansion. Yvain nearly lost his life trying to save her. Honestly, I'd have just let her burn. She wants to go up in smoke, be my guest. It's a shame about the mansion, though.
What can you tell me about you?
I was born here, and I've been shooting a bow ever since I was a wee lad. Even as a nipper, I had better aim than boys 5 years older than me. One time, our master, we called him Uncle, gathered us in a meadow. He said, lads, we're going to have a contest. Whoever shoots the farthest gets a honeyed apple and a beer from me. They were shooting and shooting, but I just took one glance, aimed, and whoosh. My arrow flew half again as far as their farthest shot. 300 meters easily. So they turned to me and went, "Come on, Osmond, we can't compete with you. You always win." Osmond, you always win. That's what they said. I could have joined Camelot's army. With my aim, they would have made me one of the royal archers. But leaving was tough, especially since the girls here love to watch me shoot. They'd squeal with delight every time. And in Camelot, during a war, who knows what might have happened, so I just... In the Watch, I taught others to shoot. Some of them loved those lessons so much they kept practicing even after sunset. So I'd ask them, "What are you doing here? You can't even see the target." And they'd reply, "Oh, but the lessons with you are just too short, and we're really excited about archery."
No student ever says that.
I kept participating in tournaments. People often bet against me, claiming I couldn't hit a bird in flight or a birch as thin as 2 fingers. I usually came out on top, earning a decent amount of money. But somehow, then I quit the Watch and began trading in top quality bows and arrows. That's all. And I have an adult daughter, but I'm not sure if she's still around. She left Connacht and we lost touch. As it happens, there's something I've written a letter to Lord Yvain, a few suggestions on how, in my view, he ought to handle this whole business with Camelot. Figured he could use a bit of advice from someone with strategic sense, a head for negotiation, and a touch of military experience. Would you take it to him? You've got younger legs, and I'd rather not leave my stall unattended. I'll give you a few coins for your trouble.
Sure, why not?
Brilliant. Here you go. Just don't lose it.
Let's see. What's your advice? Lord Yvain, I watch as all this creeps closer to the edge. Camelot's pushing us around. The people are growing uneasy. So I have decided to share my considerable expertise and offer some advice on what you ought to do. Firstly, if your leadership has no intention of handing over the men here, you must make that absolutely clear to Denholm. No more of this "we're still considering" or weighing the circumstances business. Thank them for their visit and send them on their way. Second, if, however, you're thinking of surrendering the men here, then let it be on our terms. Provisions, medicine, and monetary compensation for the people of Connacht as a written guarantee for their safety and a proper home in Camelot for every family. Without that, there's no deal to be made. With sincere regards, Osmond, merchant and master of the bow. I actually agree with you on that.
Hello again.
You do sell some interesting things. I will concede that
Leaving
point.
already? And we were having such a good time. See you later.
You doing okay? You're not here to talk about the men here, are you? Oh, there are far more exciting things to chat about. Like treasure hunting, for instance. You got a look about you. I bet you've been to some dangerous places, haven't you? I'm Bonksy, by the way. I'm an adventurer myself. I have a few trinkets to sell from my last expedition. Want to take a look?
Yes, I do. And then I am asking so many questions. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Oh, yeah. Fuck, I'm coming back for that. In fact, can I sell enough things from my stash to just be able to afford it now? Because, just so much yes. What's the, What do I have, like, multiples of? Okay. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Mine.
Good to see you. Oh, I'm not entirely sure. I'm just passing through. From what I understand, Camelot wants to move it to their place along with the inhabitants, but they want to live in one place their whole lives. Can you imagine that?
I mean, I can imagine settling down. So you're an adventurer, huh? What kind of adventures are we talking about?
Oh, all different kinds. Like the ones where you crawl through damp caves or cold tombs, dodge traps, and hope whatever's growling in the dark isn't hungry.
Sounds like what I spend most of my time doing.
Really? Oh, then you know exactly what I'm talking about.
You seem a bit young for this sort of life.
Maybe I am, but I manage just fine. And I wouldn't trade this life for anything else. If I had to stay in one place, I'd die of boredom.
Old tombs, so you rob graves.
Oh, I just take old, forgotten trinkets. They're no use for the dead anyway. It's not robbery if nobody's around to miss them. I think of it as giving treasures a second chance to shine.
Interesting. So what was your
Trip to the
latest
caves by the
adventure?
bay in the south. The bandits set up a camp there, so I decided to go after their loot. After all, stealing from a thief isn't a crime, right? They were drunk, so I thought I could sneak in and grab the treasure without any trouble. But I guess I underestimated them. They caught on and started chasing me. 4 or 5 of them, I think. I made it to the exit, and then there was a giant ogre on the beach. I barely managed to slip past it, and the bandits backed off.
Quite the stroke of luck.
You bet. Well, crazy stories like that keep happening to me all the time. I usually barely manage to escape with my life. And I owe all my luck to my magical hairpin. I picked it up from a delightful wandering merchant who goes by the name Malachi. He said the hairpin was blessed by the Lady of the Lake herself.
I know Malachi. I mean, I'll call him what it is. He's kind of a fraud.
But he seems so nice. So that means my hairpin isn't magical. Well, my mum always said that if you believe in something strongly enough, it will surely come true. My hairpin is magical, and I'm sticking to that. Slowly but surely. In Connacht, fewer people than I expected are looking for artifacts, potion ingredients, or adventuring gear, so I'm counting on travelers. Like you. You must be interested in unique enchanted items, right? Oh, of course you are. I've got something, well, peculiar. But it comes with a fascinating story. It's a piece of armor I found on one of my expeditions. A beautiful, knightly breastplate with just one tiny flaw. It screams in pain when it's struck.
That is
It's kind of
quite
funny,
the flaw.
but I'm afraid not many people have the sense of humor to wear it. I'll let it go for a mere 200 coins. Oh no, really? Oh well, maybe another time. Unless someone else snatches it up first.
I don't have 200 coins. I just gave you a ridiculous amount of coins for a thing to give me extra skill points.
Oh, forgive the mess. I didn't really have much choice about where to set up my things. Normally I'd be in a tavern, but, well, it looks like the tavern is closed until further notice. That means Varel's bookshop is the only place where I can read and work in peace.
And you are?
Oh, of course, my apologies. I'm Imran, my thoughts tend to drift far from the present. I'm a scholar of sorts, though not the kind that hide behind walls of parchment. My calling is to seek out traces of what was lost. Ruins, relics, anything older than old. And yes, I'm a Pict. Not many of us wander these lands, I know. Staying in one place isn't exactly in my nature. So I travel, I learn, I dig through the bones of the world hoping to find something more ancient than mankind.
What are you working on now?
If you're asking out of politeness, let's just leave it at this. I thank you for your interest, but I won't give an answer. Trust me. I could talk the hind leg off a donkey. No need to waste time on such things.
I am actually curious.
Wow! That's really kind of you. So, thanks to Varel's generosity, I managed to get my hands on a certain book. Well, once a book. Now it's just a pile of loose pages. However, these are some truly fascinating loose pages. They're the writings of a Dalariata scribe from nearly 6 centuries ago. Incredible, right? But
I'd
what's
say
even
so.
more astonishing is the content. This man describes encounters with people who knew nothing of King Arthur or the homelands. Nothing at all. Do you understand what that suggests?
That Avalon might have been home to...
I'll tell you. It's so exciting. I suspect Avalon may have already been inhabited by a race similar to us, long before our arrival. I've traveled across much of the island, and I've come across some mentions of the people of Farpoint, a place far in the northernmost reaches of Avalon. Few have ever ventured there.
And what would those people of Farpoint be doing in the south?
Perhaps the weirdness started to gather and ruin their crops, or made hunting more dangerous. Or maybe it was some sort of conflict that forced them to seek a new place on the island. Or perhaps they simply had a nomadic spirit. It's hard to say with the scraps of information I've managed to gather so far.
What about the weirdness enshrouding the island?
So, my friend, here we are, staring down the question, or rather the flood of questions that wouldn't leave me alone. Many Picts I've known had prolonged contact with the weirdness. I thought it was just them, a bunch of lunatics, who first dared to embrace that strange force. And what if it was the first men who knew how to live alongside the weirdness? And think about it. If we could uncover how they did it, the possibilities would be endless. It could change everything.
So what are you planning to do now?
For now, I'm trying to pull together more valuable information from these writings. But honestly, I feel like I'm hitting a wall. I won't uncover anything new just sitting here. And unfortunately, I'm stuck here for the time being. I got injured on my way to Connacht, and I'm not quite back to my full strength yet. Oh, don't worry about that, really. It's more of a, let's call it an occupational hazard rather than an actual ailment. I have to give myself some time and everything will settle back into place. I'll be as fit as a fiddle, or whatever it is you say here. Yes, something like that.
So where did you want to go?
The Grotto of First Men. That tribal scribe detailed where it should be located. And I'm assuming you're asking for a reason, aren't you? I'd love to go there myself, but this is a matter of some importance to me. I don't want to wait for this one. So, if you're one of those bold souls who take such ventures, I'd be more than willing to entrust this task to you.
Sure, I'll find the grotto.
Truly excellent. I'm deeply obliged, my friend. Here are the notes. They should guide you to the location. Return swiftly, and more importantly, safely. I'll eagerly be awaiting your return. Yes, enough talk. There's a world...
Welcome to Varel's bookshop. No reading without buying. And if you're here for porn, kindly leave before you start.
You mean people were doing more than just reading here?
Aye. Look, I don't begrudge anybody their reading habits. Each to their own. But some things should be kept private.
So you're Dalriada.
Aye. Not only can I read, I can even make recommendations. Imagine that. So, if you have a joke to tell, don't bother. I'm pretty sure I've heard them all.
So you own a bookshop. Isn't that quite a rare sight?
Perhaps it is. But you'd think that so-called civilized people would accept it with more grace. Hearing the same crude comments over and over again makes me feel like I've never left the training grounds.
Apologies. That's on
There
me.
are the braver ones who tell me I'm not welcome here. Hell, they all have more in common than they think. Although mostly it's just prejudice.
Oh, believe me, I know all about that.
Eh? They're no all bad. I know it might sound like I was some poor, misunderstood girl with unusual interests, but that wasn't the case. I was a rightful member of the tribe, and believe me, I didn't get my name for nothing. My father made sure of it. I just wasn't my sister. Funnily enough, she was the one who saw it as a problem. Vran believed that my lack of ambition to be the top Volker warrior somehow made her look bad. Every time I went to the temple to read in peace, she was on my ass about it. Until one day, she yelled at me to either step up or get the hell out of her tribe. You can guess the rest.
I've met Vran.
Oh, great. How's she doing? Still on her path to becoming the pinnacle of tribal perfection?
She joined One Eye. She's not dead.
Of course she did. It doesn't surprise me that she decided to join a fanatic. Though it is amusing that she chose one capable of using compound sentences. She never believed in the power of words. But perhaps that's exactly why she ended up following a man who fed her beautiful lies.
So does that mean you're nameless
I
now?
am no sure. When they decide to kick you out and take your name, they make a whole ceremony of it. But I left pretty much the moment my sister stopped yelling. You don't have to be there for it though. Vran might have been pissed off enough to go through with it, so maybe. I don't really care. I'm not going to stop using my name just because my little sister told me to.
That's fair. How'd you end up
This
in
shop
Kunach?
belonged to my late husband. We met on the road. I was a mercenary hired to protect the caravan. He was a fine older gentleman, fascinated with a Del Rita lass who shared his love for books. It was a lethal combination for my poor heart. We didn't get near enough years together, but we were happy. We didn't have much family left, and they couldn't care less about this place, so he left it all to me.
Then why stay here?
Well, I can't just take the shop and hitch it to a cart, can I? Although I suppose that might be more or less what I need to do. I didn't hate living here, you know. It was fine when my husband was still alive. I even thought people were starting to warm up to me. And then he died, and the respect died with him. And then Camelot arrived. Everything just went downhill for there. Let me guess. Your friend's a Camlosian who's heard the Berserker potion can make a man tear a bear's arms from its sockets, and now he thinks he can be like us. Hate to break it to you, but that's no how it works. Our strength comes from battle, from blood, and that brew is Mither's ain rage running in our veins. Besides, it's a tribe secret. I might have left the Volker, but I'm no about to hand over our secrets just to anybody.
That's fair. Still, you might have something useful?
Camlosians and their love for shortcuts, but fine, have it your way. If your friend thinks swallowing something will here, it's harmless. Mostly herbs and a bit of spice. My father used to say true strength lies in the mind. So if your friend is as determined as you say, Who knows? Good luck convincing him it's the real deal. Oh, expecting a wee one? Congratulations. Lucky you. I don't think I've seen a newborn in Cunicht for as long as I've lived here.
Actually, it's not for me, but a soldier named Rigby.
Oh, is it now? Well, well, well. And why can't he come home and buy it himself?
He said you chased him off because you hate the Camelosians?
Oh, that's precious. I chased him off because he couldn't take no for an answer. He came in and tried to seduce me. Told me he just loves to devour books. But he'd gladly do the same with me. Books, sure. Maybe for breakfast, to add variety to his military fare. When I told him I wasn't interested, he got all pissed off and called me an ugly, dumb savage. I only let him leave with his teeth intact to avoid proving him right. Tell you what, I'll sell you that book. But fair warning, I'll be sending his fair wife the story of Giron the Unfaithful, with a special edition forward for me. Deal?
I would do it the other way round,
You
honestly.
presume a man like that can be taught reason? I'm afraid the book's lesson will be completely lost on him, if he even bothers to read it. He might just tear out a few pages every time he goes to the privy. Fine, fine. I won't make myself a hypocrite out of spite. I'll send his wife the priestess's book. May Mather at least bless her with a smooth labour, since she couldn't bless her with a decent man.
Also, I'm looking for information about the Stone Wardens.
And you're asking me because I was born in the tribes? I have nothing to tell you. Those are legends of the Ulfr, and my people never got along with them. But I think I have some books about the Stone Wardens. Before you ask, no, I do not.
Okay, what's new? Really? You didn't give me any books to read about any of this? Would it have killed you? Ugh. I could buy it from you, but I really don't have money.
You doing okay?
Where's that definition of okay, I suppose?
Spare a coin for the hungry.
Hi. Have you had a chance to drop by the bookshop yet?
You lied to me. She told me you've been harassing her.
What? I wasn't harassing her. I was just being friendly. I don't see what the big deal is. Besides, she should be grateful. I bet a savage like her doesn't get all that many compliments, especially not from men like me.
I have a book. Don't worry, though. Your wife will get the one about midwifery.
What? What is this shit? What am I supposed to do with this?
Read it and learn from it.
Did that Rita bitch put you up to this? A savage, teaching me morals. So I like women. What of it? What my wife doesn't know won't hurt her. Besides, what else am I supposed to do when I'm away from her for months on end? A man has needs, you know? I'm not a red priest, damn it. Take your money and get lost. I don't want to talk to you again.
Help her soul out, old teacher.
Nope, still not doing that. Sir?
This is unexpected. You look beautiful, you know. And you have a beautiful soul. Maybe even more than just one.
That's a
I
surprise.
can hear them fluttering. I see their soft shimmer. Will you show me? Show me, show me. Trust me. Even though filth is filth, I can be generous. I want to be generous. I want to be good. And you should feel special. That could happen.
What are you talking about?
Souls, trinkets, all those that belonged to others, but are now yours, because you dared to reach for them. For you. A blessing of sophistication, or perhaps splendor. For those who have had something taken away, a blessing of absence. Even lack can be worth experiencing. Deeply and intensely.
So souls are coins?
Coins, items. Items become coins. They gain a soul. A man who is a scavenger, whether he's filth or not, also possesses a soul. Strong, shimmering, fluttering. A soul that yearns.
Who are you, exactly?
Nothing more than a mongrel. Filth. Yet I could just as well be a lord, reigning over the streets of Kuanacht. But no, that would be too much. The streets belong to everyone, along with their mud, sorrow, and cold.
What a peculiar name. Where did it come from?
Filth. both a name and a title. One cannot forget about titles. There were people who made filth aware of my own filthiness. Good people. People who showed me the right way. Let it feel special and beautiful.
Seaton sent me? Do you know something about locked trapdoors in a destroyed warehouse?
The gateway to the hidden beggar's kingdom. To open it, you'll need a royal scepter. A truly fancy old key, which, lucky for you, I happen to possess. I haven't been there for quite some time. I'll lend you my key, but only if you promise to retrieve something that was left behind for me.
Certainly. What is it that you want?
A curious cube. It has symbols and moves, and it tinkles delightfully. Very interesting and amusing. The first time I was there, I was too afraid to bring it to the surface. Didn't want others to look at it. But now, I want to have it here. Here. Take the key. Bring the cube to me. Make me feel nice.
So, where did you get that key from?
The secret of a scavenger. Asked, he doesn't tell. And at no guess does he nod. What a dull world we'd live in if people shared all their secrets. Am I right, my dear?
That's fair.
Oh, and one more thing. If you have anything that once belonged to someone else, I'll gladly take care of it.
So you're a fence. Understood. Old Kuanacht. See, I always love when, like, cities are built on the ruins of other cities and you can, like, go into the Undercity and explore what was. Scroll 1. The language of the men. The language that the men hear is whisper. To carve a meaning into chaos. The material that the menhirs are made from tends to speak in ways mortal tongues cannot replicate. When we attempt to capture these whispers with our magic, a map begins to form. I've felt vibrations beneath my fingers, yet they slip away from comprehension like water through clenched fists. Merlin says the menhirs are the key, but to what? I suspect they shape reality itself. Each node, each ideogram, an imprint of potential futures. Some whispers resonate with them, while others quiver with emotion or memory. If one could speak for them, perhaps one could summon entire histories into existence. I constantly feel as though the men here is ceaselessly trying to enchant reality around it. There's a singular gnat flying around my office and it's driving me absolutely insane. And naturally, my cat is hunting none of it. Terrible ideas. Yep. Undead, for starters. Oh gosh. Keep that brings me back to the direction I was going to go earlier. Good to know. Alright. So what's this way? Because that's now looking like the actual direction to progress. Progression isn't exactly the goal here. Nimue Scroll 2, The Menhir's Purpose. It was at Merlin's side that I first beheld a menhir, a towering grim figure, veiled in ancient power. Merlin called them the pillars of the Four-Dwellers' reality. But I see them as something more, bridges between the weirdness and the tangible world. Now we know that the menhirs tend to repel the weirdness. That's why I'm convinced that typical Four-Dwellers would not have built something that could deprive them of their power. I believe the menhirs were made by those among them who sought something beyond, though I do not yet know precisely what that might have been. I believe that, for many Four-Dwellers, the menhirs are like open, festering wounds, and we, in turn, can do nothing but draw from that kind of situation. Very hard. That's the first time I've seen one of these. Ow. Got it. So, thoughts vis-a-vis the menhirs. I'm still convinced they're at least partially built from or made from the remains of Four-Dwellers. And I'm still convinced that on the whole, that's probably not a great thing. However, I will concede that there is likely quite a bit the game is not, still has not told me about what's going on. And there is a sizable non-zero chance of things settling. Into actually giving me the lore I want without taking away yeet. What's going on down here exactly? Nimue Scroll 3, Avalon's Truth. This may be no paradise. Merlin and I once believed that Avalon was salvation. A place where dreams could grow eternal. Arthur made us take that vision very seriously. All we needed was to drive back the weirdness, and that is what we strive for. But what if the weirdness is a force that can never truly vanish from Avalon? Oh, that we can never truly vanish. Could it be that it does not merely surround the island, it sustains it? Every leaf, every stone, every whisper of the wind is tainted with its presence. Avalon was not made for mortals like us. The Four Dwellers built this land as a sanctuary for themselves, not for humankind. Even great lights can fade. Merlin once told me that wisdom is a flame, and like all flames it burns brightest before it's extinguished. The magic that makes a menhir repel the weirdness is itself a great wisdom, so I started to wonder, do menhirs die? Perhaps, though, I should phrase the question differently. How do menhirs die? For we already know they do. The one we found was already extinguished, but Merlin, the brilliant beast, found a way to speak to them, to rekindle their flame. The price of that language was his own blood. Nevertheless, what does the death of a menhir look like? Perhaps I'm getting ahead of myself. Perhaps I should trust the magic Merlin breathed into them will suffice for humanity forever, and yet something unsettles me. I long to know what a world suddenly bereft of the menhirs would look like. Okay, so Merlin being able to rekindle them at the cost of his own blood kind of furthers my theory that the prince of the weirdness that they're claiming I am, that the Weaver is claiming I am, is Merlin. So, current working theory, I am the second coming of Merlin. Which is not comforting. Merlin was kind of the worst. Quick save first. me in. Okay, I don't think I can actually get in there because I need to be crouched to do so. Okay, well, Geronimo! How am I opening a door through all that water with my pathetic strength score? What direction is Kuanacht? Behind me. Perfect. Love that for me. Pet the beast. Ow. That was spectacularly rude. But there was an achievement for petting you. An achievement I was too busy to read. Let's see. The cost of curiosity. Pet a crocmaw against your better judgment. No, I knew full well what I was doing, game. Don't you call that against my better judgment. I went, this is a bad idea, and did it anyway, knowing full well that it was a bad idea. That's not against my better judgment. That's me just being reckless. And that's fine, game. I'm allowed to make reckless, silly choices for the sake of my own entertainment. Whoops. 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 Oh. Thanks, spell. That was convenient. Hey, I leveled up. Whee! You know what? This seems like a perfectly delightful spot. To use an item in my inventory I haven't used in a while. that I believe is still in my bag. I do still have a fishing rod. Fine, I actually have to go into my own loadouts? Why did... I lost a hand? Okay. Jeez. Arthur, by any chance, can you fix my hand? Does resting regenerate my lost limb? Sure doesn't. Okay, Great. Okay, so I got the achievement. Now I can kill it safely from a distance and not lose an arm. Cause, that's not a thing, game. I am reckless, that is true, but you do not get to take my arm away from me forever for making one choice. I do not think so, game. And for the sins of your predecessor. Yeah, no, game, you don't get to take my arm away from me forever. That's unfair. No, that's my hand, and you don't get to keep it. Now, as I'd been saying, this looks like a perfectly acceptable place to fish. I don't remember how fishing works. I'll give it one more try and then I'm gonna go do something else. Yeah, nope, don't remember how to fish. Problem for future Willow. In the meanwhile, I would like to equip this in, oh whoops, I actually want that in this hand, and I want flamey hands in this one, and then actually, because I wasn't paying attention to which one I was using, I don't want wailing call, I want pyro catalyst. Really?
I will be your dad.
Bye. Bye. Hidden cave. Nothing ever goes wrong for me when I disappear into caves. Mineral cave with druidic symbols written on the walls. And no people? Ah, you missed your alarm. Observations on Bugane and my new friendship. He came again, my Bugane friend. Oh, he's so lovely, so big, so majestically lopsided. I don't understand why people scream whenever they see a Bugane. Can't they see how his eyes shine when he stares straight into your soul? Today, I brought him a gift. A person. I didn't know him well, but he complained a lot and he wasn't very nice, so I thought, this Bugane deserves better than fish. I tossed him down on the stones by the sacred stream, where my buggy likes to sit and waited. And guess what? He ate. And then he gave me a pat, I think. Maybe it was just a gentle nudge with his nose, but it's the thought that counts. I think we're friends now. He didn't eat me, and I think that says something. People say Buganes have no soul. That they're just teeth and meat and howling, but I know better. They just haven't met someone like me. Time to show them his new house. I suspect this likely didn't end well for you. On a side note of things not ending well with feral creatures, there was about a 2-minute period of time in the game where I didn't notice that I no longer had an arm. Because I decided to pet a sleeping monster that bit it off, and it literally took away my ability to use 2 hands. It was quite a thing. You gain etiquette and shared meals. Who cares? Today, Buggy brought me something. Looked like a leg? A human one, maybe? But maybe it's a gift. Maybe, in Buganian culture, it could mean respect. Naturally, I accepted, thanked him, and gave him a nice hat in return. You gave him a hat? Oh, yeah, that is what that sketch indicates. The hat used to belong to a merchant, but he doesn't need it anymore. He's very, very dead. We ate together. I had turnip soup, and he had the merchant. It was beautiful. I got so emotional, I forgot my name. I think he forgot his too, or maybe Buganian names are just unpronounceable to humans. I named him Snorty. Snorty sounds noble. Lately, I keep thinking maybe I'm the weird one. Not them. Maybe the whole world got it all wrong. Maybe we should adapt. Buganes have everything. Simplicity, neat, and charm. People don't visit me anymore. Good. Snorty says it's because of the smell, but I don't notice anything. How am I doing on carry capacity? Not great. God, it's nice having both arms. Snorty speaks. I don't know if it was a dream or not, but lately Snorty's started talking to me, not with words, but deep inside. Like the sound of teeth and meat, or breathing in the dark, or soup bubbling. And I know it's him. He wants me to do something. He says people are tough, like onions, but if you boil them long enough, they soften. And I've got the best recipe. Today I gave him 2 villagers. They didn't ask many questions. Maybe they understood. Maybe they knew. Maybe they were ready. Snorty was happy. He smacked his lips, he purred, wrapped his tail around me. He hugged me. First hug I've had in years. Not surprising. See all of my no surprise. Yep, there it is. The last letter. Diary 6, the last entry. Last night, I understood everything. I'm not a man, I never was. I'm a bridge between them and us. And it's time to sacrifice that bridge. I've prepared myself. Bathed in mud, dressed in the remnants of those I offered. Placed a crown of fangs on my head and declared myself the friend of Bugane, a saint, a king, a meal. Today, I walked into Snorty's den without fear. He will receive me, he will eat me, and then we'll be together forever. These are my final words, but don't be afraid. I'm not vanishing, I'm becoming a Buganian dream. That is real unsettling. Also, pretty sure that blacksmith I got a heart for is actually romanceable. And I have a secondary quest to do stuff for him, but, I am worried it might have to wait. Purely because I don't know if the smiths I'm eventually going to have to locate are going to do the things I need them to do for free. And I have all the no money because I spent it because a vendor, when I was going through the streets, had a thing that gave me an extra skill point. Well, I haven't actually consumed it yet, but it will give me an extra skill point, which naturally is entirely worth it. However, does mean that I am 1 skill point short of, well, everything worthwhile. Hello? But yeah, I gotta keep working on building up my ability to sell shit because, damn is life in Camelot getting expensive. I never did figure out where that other pathway led. I'm sure it's fine. Oh, you know what? This might be it, though. Yep, sure is. See, even when I start to second guess myself, the universe still knows where things need to go. Okay, back to Kuanacht. Gotcha that time. Ah! There. But before I go to Kuanacht, what's over here?
We may be in for a fight.
Aside from some people who, for whatever reason, think it's a good idea to try and fight me. Oh, I'm over carry weight. Okay. But I can drag myself just far enough to get the teleportation point for the fun hand statues. What did they call this place? No, seriously, what's this place called? The Petrified Visage. I read Petrified Village and I was very confused. Alright. So now, we slow move our way back to Kuanacht. Once again, in my infinite wisdom, I've made the incredibly wise decision of being over encumbered. Theater of the House of Tarian. There's nothing that delights a crowd more than skillfully performed spectacle, whether musical or theatrical. This is well known by the spectators at the tournaments of the Warriors' Fair, and the subjects of the House Tarian, which has proudly overseen the region of Kunacht for many years. This region, celebrated for its fertile lands and rich mineral deposits, is esteemed throughout Avalon. It's no surprise, then, that Lord Daramond Tarian decided to gift his subjects with a magnificent amphitheater. The venue attracts artists from all over the land. Experts say that the acoustics are unmatched by any other stage in Avalon. Traveler, remember, if you have the chance to see a performance in this amphitheater, do be sure to take it. The Royal Geographers. I think I killed some bandits here last stream. What was that hollow core relic you picked up? We've seen it before. It's a prism, but I can pull it up. I've got one in storage, I'm pretty sure. Probably shouldn't just be like mindlessly throwing magic everywhere. That's probably not safe. Oh, but you know what though? Let's consume my clairvoyance ashes because I did also level up, so I can set a fire and level up and do an attribute point into spirituality. And then I can do points into practicality. To further raise what I'm capable of selling prices for on things. Remember where that little tower I was in was either. I feel like it might have been this way, maybe? Question mark? There was a mildly crazy person that wanted me to give a thing to him, and for whatever reason, something tells me he's a better person to give it to than the quartermaster, so... Oh, I still haven't figured out what happened to your spouse. Sorry about that. Actually, was he even her spouse? I think they were just partners and she was upset because he was cheating on her with other people, but I don't know, I could be misremembering. I don't think what I think is there is actually there. Excuse me, I promise I'm still working on getting you a new heart. But, before that, can I just sell you, like, a bunch of stuff, please? Let's see. Don't get any of my relics. I need all of those. But I can sell some potions, probably. I mean, I'm still massively over carry weight. Well, I'm not over carry weight anymore, but I'm still carrying way more than I should. But I have a lot of things I can put in storage that are best in storage, I feel, so... Some half broken down tower somewhere. Maybe it was on the upper level. Well, let me do a quick sweep of what's this way first. No, not either of those places. So it's gotta be up. Willow. Use your brain. Where is it? Oh, actually, while you're using your brain, remember you have a quest that you can turn in over here.
If I just stay put...
Excuse me, Sir Mopey Knight, the upset. Is that you? Are you Sir Mopey? You are.
Yes.
I'll await your return.
But I have potions for you, I think. Unless I sold them, which I might have. Nope. Old Bones, New Fire. Okay, nope. Apparently I don't have an update for you. Sorry, I lied. Oh, hey! My chit-chat with Arthur Fire's still here.
Have some spare food and oil.
You don't want to talk to me, do you? Fine. I don't think any of these are the place either. Nope, sure aren't.
You doing okay?
No, my memory's being kind of garbage right now, and I can't find a place I'm trying to go to give a thing to a random dude. This way? No, that's the Lord's Manor. I get so lost in Kuanacht. Wait. It might be over here. Nope, that's the bridge I just came across and said it definitely wasn't that. Okay, well, I'm lost.
Always a pleasure to see.
I feel like I'd recognize it if I saw it.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, no, that is my storage bin. It's not my storage bin I'm looking for. I'm looking for a rundown towery building. That might be it. To give a thing to a, like, mildly nuts person who I think means well, instead of giving it to the person that actually paid me to retrieve it. But it... Nope. Not what I was looking for.
Oh, All-Mother. Oh.
What are you praying for?
My family. My daughter, her husband, and my grandson. I was visiting my sister in the borough for what might have been the last time. When I got back, the plague was already raging. The Red Priests either took the other. Nobody can tell me if they took my family to the island asylum, or if they're all lying dead inside. So I sit here. Yes, of course. They heat.
Last thing you said before you started. Yeah, no, that's a fair point, but my mind was on the quest I'm trying to turn in, but I'm pretty sure if I talk to the quartermaster, she'll take the things that I want to give to the crazy guy, and so I gotta figure out where he is.
And now you're healthy. I prayed to the All-Mother, although maybe I should start praying to the Prophet too, that the priests watch over...
You don't understand. I was tortured. They experiment with the weirdness there.
That's nonsense. Admit it. You've taken some of Maggot's mushrooms. Scaring an old woman like that? If you don't have anything useful to say.
Okay. Nope. Nope. Darn, I can't break in through a window. And I am just gonna have to hope. Oh, actually. This is a stupid idea, but I'm doing it anyway. I'm assuming they're all dead. Well, if nothing else, they're not here. So I can at least put that fear to rest.
Go away.
Okay. Okay. I'm stuck. Okay, I'm unstuck. Okay. If I were that spot, where would I be? I know I had to be crouching to get in. Yeah, it is wild to me as well that the idea that the Red Priests see people with the uncurable death plague as a free guinea pig to run an ethical test to cure the incurable death plague is so unfathomable to people. It's kind of ridiculous to me as well. You know what? I want to go into the prison. I know I'm getting sidetracked. Again. But funny things happen in prisons and video games sometimes.
I swear, just a moment longer and I'll go knock some sense into that madman myself.
Who is he and why is he locked up?
Some lunatic. He's been going on about a giant crow flying over Connacht, claiming he's going to slay it. Sure. He was standing in the middle of the square, chucking stones at the sky and shouting that he'd chop its head off. And we tried to calm him down, started flailing and screaming, "The beast! The beast!" So we locked him up. He could have hurt someone. And now he keeps yelling to let him out. I can't take it anymore, I swear.
Well, I did see what he was talking about.
By the All-Mother, another madman. Please, don't do anything that would make me lock you up in a cell. One lunatic a day is enough.
Okay. I'm gonna go talk to him. Pleasant.
Great heavens! It's you! Fate has brought us together once more, friend. What luck! 100-fold luck! Do you remember me? I'm Barak, the Cursed Knight. Well, not so cursed anymore, thanks to you.
Oh, wait. Are you the guy I gave a quack potion to? Why are you locked up?
Of course, one does not forget a friend, after all. You must help me once more. These fools have locked me in a cell. They refuse to believe the beast is a danger to them. I just wanted to slay it, for I fear nothing anymore.
Which beast are you talking about?
A giant crow, harbinger of doom, a keeper of misfortune. I wouldn't be surprised if the very existence of that monster is why the people of Connacht are faring so poorly. Just as I was cursed once, they might be cursed as well.
Vivi. You're getting awfully close to the keyboard, princess. Come here. It's okay. You're a pretty girl.
Aha! So I wasn't wrong. I'm not insane. You know what I'm talking about. If they don't want to help, I won't interfere. Just help me get out of here. I'll leave Connacht and let those folks fend for themselves. Maybe it shouldn't bother me so much.
We'll see what can be done.
I'll behave. Maybe yelling in the square and throwing stones was a bit too much. After everything I've been through, I don't want to die in a cell.
All right, friend. I will talk to... I'll talk to people, see what I can do. I might be able to fix this for you. They're probably going to want me to pay your bail or some shit.
I heard you talk to that fool. Well then, did you get an earful about the beast?
We talked.
No. That's not how things work around here. You do something wrong, you pay a fine. And if you don't have the coin, you serve your time. That knight is a pauper. Not a single gold coin to his name. He has to serve his time. Well, yes. But I don't see why you'd want to do that. Besides, it's not exactly a small amount. This fellow's fine comes to a neat 5,000 gold.
I'm sorry. What? He was only throwing stones.
Yes. Beyond that, he endangered himself and others. He made loud threats directed at something undefined. He disturbed public order. Do I really need to go on? Pay or don't? This isn't a market. There's no bargaining here.
Can't we work around this?
Well, maybe.
What do you want?
I could use a stiff drink. Moonshine, whiskey, gin. My throat's dry as a bone, and I'd kill for a proper meal. Those Camelot folks dress me up in their fancy uniform, but they won't even give me a soldier's ration, damn it. Get me a hearty feast and a good drink, and I'll consider the fine paid. Well, not just any meal. I want you to prepare Camelot's delicacy for me. Do you know the last time I had a proper dinner? Unless you'd rather pay the...
Camelot's delicacy and an ale. Sure. If I'm not mistaken, I have the recipe for it. It's not hard, it's just... scum of the earth, self-serving Camelotians. They're not doing much for my willingness to work with them. I'll certainly say that.
Everything will be okay.
Okay, let's see. Nope. 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 Nope.
If I just stay put.
It is a shame that the map doesn't show me particular NPCs. Because I know who I need to find, I just don't know where he is. This is gonna be confusing, so let me just... Tainted Grail. Filth's location in QAnon. Sure. Ruined tower on the south side of town. So I'm remembering correctly that he lives in a ruined tower. Go to the south side of town and look for a ruined tower. South side of town would imply down this way somewhere, and towers are probably one of these two places, so let's try there. There's a tower outside the gate, but I don't think there is. Ruined tower, south side of town. Man, my thinky power is not helping today. Hi, kitty. is... Okay, game, that's not even remotely the south side of Kuanacht. Where you're telling me I'll find him, game, is like here-ish somewhere. So probably this tower. All this to try and be a decent person and give a crazy guy what he wants. But he is a fence, so I do kind of want him to like me. Hello, house I definitely can't afford right now. Ivy, what you doing? Yes! Okay. Here's the cube you wanted.
There it is. Oh, how I've missed this little marvel. Ah, yes. Just as I remember. Smooth, intricate, and delightfully enigmatic. Look at those symbols. They twist and turn like whispers in the dark.
Hi, kitty. What's so special about it?
That faint hum. The way it catches the light just so. Oh, it's like it's alive, singing its own little song of secrets. Oh, I'll treasure it. Perhaps I'll figure out its riddles. Perhaps I'll just stare at it for hours on end. Either way, you've done well. And one more thing. My key. You didn't think I'd let you keep it, did you? A treasure for a treasure, as it should be.
Hey, treasure for a treasure implies I get to keep it. I gave you the cube.
Refusing me? Bold. But remember, trust is a fragile thing.
Oh. You won't sell me things anymore. You won't be my fence. Okay. Understood. Ivy, stop trying to eat the key, or not the keyboard, the cord for my headphones. That's very rude. Okay, now I can go turn in the actual quest. Hey, ow.
What is it now? If it's chatter you're after, you'll be disappointed.
No, actually, I managed to open the trapdoor.
And? What was inside? Don't leave me hanging.
It was Kuanacht. Just older.
You mean the old street level? Bloody hell, I didn't think this place had anything like that. I figured it was just a complete shithole.
No.
This? Oh, this is fascinating. Damn, now I wish I'd gone with you. Did you find anything else down there?
I found some scrolls written by Nemwe about Merlin and the local Menhir.
Oh, damn. Definitely not thrilled about that. Best you bring them to Denholm. He'll take care of it. Here's your reward. And thank you for doing this for me. You're good people. I hope you know that.
Yeah, I love you, little kitty. You're the bestest girl in the whole wide world. But stop trying to eat things that aren't yours. There's a reason I call you Chaos Kitten. So I no longer have access to a fence, but that's fine, because I wasn't really planning on stealing anyway.
Help a soul out on your journey.
Jax. I found some scrolls written by Nimue about Merlin and the local Menhir.
What? Where did you even get these?
Undercity.
So you're telling me that beneath Cunacht, there's even more Cunacht? Full of forbidden knowledge? Oh, mother help me. How did you even stumble on a place like that?
Scene wanted to know what was under the trapdoor.
The one I specifically asked her to leave alone. I suppose her leave will be delayed indefinitely. And thank you for bringing this to me. But next time, maybe think twice before risking your neck for someone else's curiosity.
You really don't understand how being the protagonist works.
I'll await
sir.
your return.
Okay. Broken hourglass is the one I don't want to do. Crocmaw skin I don't have enough of. Stuck in the cycle. I don't know what that one is. I'm gonna go do whatever golden... Oh, that requires going to talk to the Lord. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. As Inu might say, screw that guy in particular. Jax clearly has strong opinions too. Either that or he has a hairball. Or both. He could have strong opinions and a hairball. Right, I was gonna go and turn stuff in. Oh well, too late. I talked to this statue yet? Hi, kitty. Welcome back. Yes, I did. I definitely read about Palamedes. Hello?
If you want to buy eggs, go talk to the missus. Though consider yourself warned. You eat them at your own peril.
Why would eating eggs put me in peril?
No need to worry. The missus told me to say that to anyone asking after the eggs. Or grains, or veggies, or anything, really. So they know not to come crying if they find ears growing in unmentionable places. It happens very often. Just, you know, what you see is what you get.
Is something wrong with the food here?
Nothing wrong. Well, not at the moment. We'll see how the next crop comes in. It's been a bit hit and miss lately. The wheat was a nice surprise because, you know, it's... Well, it's the wrong season, and we were worried about the glowing. But it turned out to be perfectly good wheat. On the other hand, the turnips were not so good. We fed them to the pig as we always do, and it turned her inside out. Poor thing, eh? Maybe it's time to move the plots within the range of the weirdness repellents again.
You planted your crops in the weirdness?
Aye, that we do. Who's getting into the crops one way or the other, so why not use it, you know? You see, with the weirdness, sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not.
Apologies for my dog.
Has saved us from starving to death.
However loud it is for you, I assure you it's louder for
Potatoes that
me.
looked like pig hearts and carrots that tasted like what standing in a field in the middle of the night feels like. All perfectly nice food. I say, it's better to have a meal that's a tiny bit different than what you're used to, than not to have one at all.
Your way of farming sounds a little
Aye,
risky.
it may be. But it's not like we got a long stretch to live, the missus and I. We didn't want to just lie down and wait for death. And I bet we ain't the only ones. What else are folks to do in this blasted weather? All ready for winter, but winter won't come. And if winter won't come, neither will spring. The last normal harvest came and went ages ago. I'm telling you, if not for the weirdness, we'd all be dead by now.
So wouldn't it be better to hunt for
And make
food?
my missus a widow? Ha! The whole area's full of monsters, and they sure ain't edible. We tried that once, and, well, let's just say we never tried it again.
Do pumpkin seeds for sale?
Pumpkins, you say? Oh, I don't know. You sure about that?
Why? What's wrong with
Well, you
pumpkins?
see, with most crops, you plant them in the weirdness, and maybe they turn out alright, or maybe they turn out weird-touched. But pumpkins, they're a whole different story. They bloody love the weirdness. Or the weirdness loves them. I'm not sure. Either way, they always end up weird-touched. If you're lucky, they'll just grow really big and make you see everything in orange. If you're not, they might grow teeth and eat your entire family. All right then, it's your funeral. That's gonna be a weird one, that's for sure. I see. You're with those Camelotians who want to run us
You
out.
take that back.
We've already told your lot. We ain't going anywhere. If we die here, then so be it. And I ain't talking about it no more, so don't even try.
Fine. Well, thank you for telling me how to acquire pumpkins. And that apparently pumpkins are cursed. Oh, who's a pretty horsey? Okay, what am I supposed to be looking for on this quest? I've completely forgotten. Perhaps someone in the area knows its story. Belt buckle.
What do you want? Another one? We've had enough Which ones do you want to hear about? The Camelotians who want to take Armenir and rob us of our land? Or the Red Priests knocking on everyone's door and dragging people out into the streets? We already had enough problems without all those prissy arseholes adding to them.
I mean...
Aye, more of them every day. And no just in the village either. I saw a few of the younger ones wandering around outside, looking for trouble. They say they're looking for people sick with the Red Death, but all they do is drag decent people out of their homes and haul them off to all mother knows where. And people still get taken by the plague, so what good are they? Bunch of quacks. The Camelotians are saying Armenir is dying, and when it goes out, we'll get snuffed by the weirdness. Vipers, the lot of them. Yvain brought them here a while ago to help with the Coon Act. That's what he told us anyway. And now they want to take Armenir. Pah! Not just the Menhir, they want to take everything. They're saying all the folks here will have to move. All mother only knows where. My old man won't hear a word of it. And you know what? I don't blame him. We've worked too hard. We've gone through too much to just leave everything behind.
You'd rather risk the weirdness.
Aye, why no? Everyone says me auntie's girl got touched by the weirdness. But she's still here, ain't she? Besides, we know the weirdness. We live with it every day. If it kills me, then so be it. There's no much left for me in this world anyway.
Niante.
Our priestess. Or rather, Yvain's priestess. Because we haven't seen hide nor hair of her in ages. She took Ailey in, and that ended up being a blessing for us all. She might be a little odd with that eye of hers, but she's a sweet girl. Go talk to her and you'll see. I might be an old woman, but I am no one to gossip.
Alright.
Maybe they will. This farm belonged to my father, and it belonged to his father before him. When my older brother died, I promised Pa I would nae let this place fall to ruin. I hoped to pass this land on to my children, but, well, it's only fair that I know some do. The two brothers from the neighboring farm, they can't wait to be rid of that place. But it's no wonder, with the life they've had there. Truth be told, if I were in their shoes, I'd have run for the hills ages ago. Like... Why? Huh. Maybe you do. But I don't trust folks who offer things for free. They always want... We may not have much, but we're honest folk. Bring me back that axe and I'll pay you. Just don't get caught. Eggs.
No ale, though. That's sad. I wonder if I can make ale by just cooking honey. I know that's not actually how ale's made, but... Let's sell some things to try and get my inventory back under control. I mean, I realize I'm not selling from my inventory right now. I'm selling from my stash, but concept's the same. have money again. And she said that there were 2 brothers at the plot next door.
Good day to you.
So that either means this place here, where no one's outside. Let's go in. Hello?
My, what a fine lass you are. Were I a touch younger, I'd consider running away with you. Reginald be damned.
Thank you, I'm flattered.
As you should be. I used to be quite the catch back in the day, you know. I didn't make it easy for Reginald to win me over, but he was always a stubborn man. It flattered me, that stubbornness. I should have listened to my mother when she told me a headstrong husband is just as bad as a lazy one. One does nothing, the other wants everything done his way. But I thought I knew better, and now, here I am.
Your marriage doesn't sound very
Every
happy.
marriage has its ups and downs, especially one that's lasted as long as ours. We worked hard our whole lives, raised our children right. I had hoped for a little peace at the end of the road, but now they say the weirdness is coming, and my husband insists we stay. I know I don't have much time left, but there are better ways to die than in the fog. What? And leave Reginald here on his own? That man wouldn't survive a day without me. Just this morning, he went to feed the pigs and forgot his jacket. If I weren't here, he'd have caught his death by now. No, I might be angry with him, but we've been together 40 years. I won't walk out over one argument. I swore to stand by him. And I will, at the very least, before we die. I might get to say, I told you so one last time.
Fair.
Take care out there.
Does your husband have a brother?
Whatever you've got. Love? Nah, it's a shithole. All my life I've watched it turn into a dump. But I gave everything I had to this land. We've had good years, sure. But we've also had years when we went hungry for days, so the weirdness. Just another storm to weather. Mora's always been a worry. Everything'll be fine. Reese and Ida are staying, and they know how to work around the week. Good. Huh.
Alright, bye Reginald, you're unpleasant.
Didn't think anyone would stop by.
Okay. So if this wasn't the neighbor to whom you were referring, I need to get out of the ravine. There we go. And this must be the neighbor they were talking about. But I don't see anyone outside. I'll be damned if the place isn't huge.
Daisy, we're gonna need her.
What we're going to need is money. And she'll fetch a good price.
We still need to move somehow, don't we? She could pull the cart.
We have Clover for that. Look, I know how much this horse means to you, but I've already talked to Dinham. He's willing to pay a lot of gold for her.
But what if we...
No, Gil. Enough. We're selling her, and that's that.
I hope that Camelotian knows what a treasure he's getting. Daisy's not just any horse. She's the best one he'll ever have.
You really love horses, don't you?
I guess. I've spent a lot of time with them. Rob would always send me to the stables when I was getting underfoot. He'd say, Gil, you go to the stables and don't you show your face again until I tell you. I guess I must have been an annoying kid. I do. Pa had to borrow money from Grandpa to buy it, and he had to work so hard to prove that he deserved it. After he and Ma passed away, Rob kept on working, and I did my best to help. Grandpa was, well, I don't know. I didn't see much of him in those days. And now we're supposed to just leave after everything. It feels like we're letting him down. Have a nice day.
If you're interested in buying a horse, look somewhere else. This one's spoken for. Hi. Man's name is Denholm. Seems important. Lots of men with him. They're here for the minute. Haven't you heard? They're moving everyone. Don't really care either way. As long as they keep their promises and give us a better place to live.
Is Connacht not a good place to
Aye.
live?
And Ma and Pa would rather us alive somewhere else than dead here.
What are you planning to do after you leave?
Yeah. But we're strong, and we're not. I'm a decent carpenter, and Gil is good with horses. I'm sure we'll find something for ourselves. I know. He loves this place, and Gil's memories of this farm are different from my own. Mind you, I don't regret any of it. But he sure doesn't. That's one way of putting it. His farm belonged to our grandfather. Both Ma and Pa died when Gil was still small. That left us with just deer. He told you that, eh? Grandpa had a heavy hand. I bet Gil thinks I always did it because he was drunk most of the time. Built like a barn door. He liked beating me to a pulp and telling me I was worthless. I remember he had this belt with a heavy iron buckle, shaped like a... He got it for his service as the master of horses at Warriors Fair. Man, that one hit hard. Shame the old codger took it with him to his grave. I wish I could have kept it. So when I'd see some lowlife beating their kid...
You mean this one?
What? Where the hell did you get that?
On an undead.
A weird beast. So what does that mean? Robert got drunk, fell into the well, and got turned into a monster? But strange. Gil swore that he saw him walking into the woods. Why? Do you think he saw something and was afraid to tell me? I was in bad shape that day, so I didn't care either way. No matter. As long as the old fart's dead, I don't care how it happened.
Wouldn't it be better to know?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't see the... Though, perhaps that's what Gil needs to finally let go of this place. Anyway, thanks for this. And for clearing out the well, I guess. We don't have much, but I hope this will be enough for your trouble.
What else can I do? Grasping at straws is up that way. Let's Let's go kill a guy and take his
I like
head.
it when things are quiet. You doing okay?
All right. What the? The Straw Father of the Straw Child, maker of all the bad faith arguments. Yeah.
Stay sharp. Be prepared.
Huh. Can't open this yet. So I'm gonna snap a photo of where I'm at on the map. And a photo of what I'm seeing there.
Prepare for battle. You're the peasant.
Don't call me a peasant, you asshole. Stagfather Shrine? Okay. Rude. Okay. Well, we know what Stagfather shrines mean. You save. Stag shrine. Make sure I've got the correct spell equipped. Place an explodey thing. Place another explodey thing. And then run up behind the... Get back here! Ugh. You call yourself the Firebringer. Oh, you're immune to fire. Cool. You know what's not fire? Lightning. Unless it's the Avatar of the Last Airbender universe and you're talking about Azula, in which case lightning is very much fire, but... Okay. What's my carry capacity looking like? Not great. Okay. So, back to Kuanacht it is. You. Oh, letter. What's it say? The folks from Camelot are here. If they find out you've been pretending to be one of them, you're going to hang. I'll be waiting for you by the swamps. S. Okay. So let's store all the stuff I don't need. Need to keep some animal parts on me. find someone to sell the remaining stuff to.
You doing
Will do.
okay? Ah.
Was mead what the guy said they wanted? I think it was. I'll buy a mead for the sake of finishing a quest. And then let me sell you a pitchfork and a shovel. And no spells. But I can sell you some knight's greaves and some pants and some boots. Oh, much better, carry capacity-wise.
Help her soul out on your joke.
If I just stay put.
Yes? Well, well. Kestrel the Piercer. We've been after her for a long time, and many of our soldiers have fallen to her arrows. She believed she was dispensing justice to the wicked, though her favorite crime to punish seemed to be simply having a few coins in one's purse. Well, I won't miss her.
I also would like to claim the bounty for Cindermar the Firebringer.
You managed to defeat Cindermar the Firebringer. Congratulations. Long ago, when Cindermar wasn't Cindermar and wasn't bringing anything, he was just a common townsman, deeply devoted to the All-Mother. At least, that's what everyone thought. Secretly, he was studying forbidden fire-summoning magic. Eventually, he stopped hiding it. You can imagine the havoc. Personally, I'd take 100 Firkins over one Cindermar any day. It's a good thing you managed to stop him.
I'll await your return.
Thanks for 200 measly gold pieces. Okay, I think I have everything I need to be able to go back to the prison. That's stuck in a cycle, I think.
Spare a coin for the hungry.
Alright, Guten Morgen, asshole.
My lord, what a smell! And the drink, full service. Don't tell that madman he can start packing. When he's ready to leave the prison, and Connacht, I'll let him go.
I got you out.
I can't imagine how my heart rejoices that you didn't leave me here. So?
You're free, but you must leave Connacht.
Of course, of course. If they want to face the beast on their own, that's none of my concern. I wonder where I'll go. I've heard there are beasts lurking around the Forlorn Swords. I should head there. One less beast means at least one human life saved. I fear nothing anymore. I can do it. Thank you again, my friend. Farewell.
You're gonna continue to be a problem, aren't you? Off on another adventure, Vivalicious. You know what? Actually, map. Old bones, new fire. That's the Forlorn Swords. And that's not a place I need to go. That's to Horns of the South. That's presumably also back to Horns of the South, because that's where Pumpkin Peril is. Sanguinor the Crimson's up that way. Happily Ever After? I'm tremendously curious about what Happily Ever After the quest is, but...
I'll face every threat.
Will you? Because I'm fairly certain you're just gonna die.
I see fear in
You really and truly don't see fear in my eyes, good sir. I do, however, see a paycheck in your armor, so... Bad plans below. Okay, cozy cave. Oh my god, Cinnamon Sage! Friend!
Look who's here, my favorite customer. It's always good to see a friendly face.
How's business?
Good, great actually. I even had a customer the other day. He bought some of my very special mushrooms, and he didn't even try to haggle. And they do cost quite a lot, I think.
Special mushrooms? What's so special about them?
Oh, you see, I stole them from a grove that belongs to one nasty Spriggan. And if he caught me, I'd be dead, or worse. None that I know of. They're just mushrooms. I mean, I'm not saying they are useless, and I don't think so. Well, no. The customer asked me why the mushrooms are so expensive. So I explained that they were very special. And that I gathered them under the cover of night at a place guarded by a dangerous magical being. I have no idea what you mean by that, but it sounds like a compliment, so I will take it. Thank you.
Are you heading into town?
Me? No. I'm pretty sure they already have merchants there. I've heard they're quite territorial, and you can't have too many in one place. Or maybe that's foxes? I'm not sure. Anyway, you're in luck. I can show you my home. Ooh, I've always wanted to have a guest.
You live here?
Yes, in that cave over there. It's very cozy. I got lucky, as it was almost empty when I found it. Could you believe that? I didn't even have to fight a bear to move in. There were a few dead humans, but it's not like they minded. I put them in a neat pile in the corner. But you're no stranger, are you? I consider you my friend, and my home is always open to my friends. Besides, I decorated it myself, and I really want someone to see it. Ah, that's lovely. If you need a nap, feel free to take one. You do look like you could use a nap. Or not? What do I know, really? I'd just be grateful if you didn't try to sell me any weapons. Or nails. Or buckets with iron handles. It's not that I have anything against things made of iron. I simply don't condone violence, that's it.
Again, I'm smart enough to know you're a fae. Like, please don't insult my intelligence. Ooh, Spellgorger. You're pretty. You're also 2,000 gold. But you're pretty.
I hope you found what you were looking for. I read.
Alright, I'm gonna go poke my head in your house. It's probably fine. Okay, Cinnamon Sage, what's in your home? Jax, no, baby boy. I know, Ivy. He's being a silly boy. No keyboard. Okay, yeah. They're surrounding themselves with horseshoes. Yeah. As if I weren't already convinced. Jax, no! That he's a fae. This would certainly do it. You're a good boy, but you're being silly. You're being a silly Billy for no good reason. Oh, Druidic Shrine.
Hold your ground, men. You're nothing but a peasant.
Again, poor idea to call me a peasant, sir. I'm on top of something again, aren't I? Sure am. The Tomb of Sir Gawain. Rip Gawain. Okay, now how do I get all the way back up there? Oh, I can go through your house again. Perfect. That is true. We do all know Ike's dad is dead. Even if he doesn't go around shouting it angrily at people the same way Byleth does. My dad is dead! Oh, it's weird o'clock. Again, Jax, baby boy, no.
Who goes there?
Well, you don't seem a particularly nice fellow. Do we have any other quests out this way? No. But I can start heading out towards Sanguinor the Crimson, who I assume is in this general direction. Alas, poor Lorik, we hardly knew thee. I'm sorry, is that an evil tree stump? I doing? Oof. Let's see. Announcement from the Royal Geographers. A complete prohibition on entering the Tower of Madness is hereby declared. The tower before you once served as Kunak's watchtower, constructed by decree of Palamedes. Founder of the Tarian family, travelers from across Avalon would gather to behold its majesty and unique architectural marvels. The current state of the tower is a result of intensifying weirdness. None who have entered the tower after the weirdness have returned alive. Thus, we have renamed the watchtower the Tower of Madness. And I can't go in. Because I don't have magic shield powers yet. So I'm going to snap up now. So I'm going to snap a picture of this place too. And the map. Because anything I have to come back to. I don't know. These. Increase magical crit chance and critical damage when my health is low. Ooh, spell power by 15, magical crit chance by 15, and max mana by 15. Straight improvement over the Amulet of Waning Moon. So that's about to get equipped, like, right away. Jax, no! Okay. You know what? Because I'm a really big mommy's boy. I will go let you out. But you're going to be outside for a while, and it's very, very hot out today, baby boy. Just let me get back to safety, because it's still weird o'clock out in game. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. After I finish a Sellapalooza here, I'll go make sure my dog isn't dying of heat stroke in the yard. But if I'm going to be doing a Sellapalooza anyway, might as well fuel this, level up, get my last rank and be better at sell shit, so I actually get the best possible prices I can. And then Let's just increase our likelihood of critting. And now, let's identify everything. There's a decent amount of it I can probably sell. Rest until, sure, 11:02.
Oh, hello there.
You're back.
Okay, Mr. Guy I don't like. Let me sell you some things. Because I just recently spent 2,000 money, and I'd like to have some of it back. Okay. Let's just sell all the arrows. I'm not going to use them anyway. See, now I'm slowly starting to make more money, and that is good. Okay. So back up to here, I believe. Ooh, what's over there? Crypt of some sort, by the looks of it? Swamp Crypt. Things only go well for me in crypts. I'm sure it's fine. And no, I haven't forgotten my dogs outside. And yes, it does look a little bit like the island you see in the middle of the lake right after stepping out of the prison at the start of Oblivion. That is true. Well... Poison ring. Why can't I pull out the stuff I have equipped? There we go. Ooh, level up. Level ups make me a very happy Willow. Because they typically mean I can add even more stuff to the list of things I can do. Okay, so there was clearly some sort of thieves' ring operating out of the swamp. Most everyone's had something of value on them. Takes me where? Probably to an overlook of that other room. Okay. It is in fact that same room. There's a statue down here? I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll take an extra rank in archery for doing nothing, but And I will take a look at what the Wyrm Guard does in a second. Robbie from Grubwood. So, Robin of Locksley. Got it. Robbie was just like you and me, and that's what made him the best. A friend to the poor and the downtrodden, he showed pompous fools where they belonged. Glory to Robbie of Grubwood. Alright. And on finding a Robin Hood statue, I'm gonna go let my dog in. I'll be back in a minute. Unsurprisingly, the big boy decided the best place for him to lay on a hot summer day after he was done in the yard was smack dab in the middle of the lawn, and then was panting like, "Mom, I don't understand why I'm so hot." Smart. My dog is not. Actually, he's brilliant. He just makes very poor life choices. I really don't know why Hi Ho from Snow White is stuck in my head, but it is. I know this isn't the direction for my quest, but I like exploring all the question marks. Where does this one lead? Wither's hideout. Mother, why must the great orb in the sky bring such discomfort? Yeah. He does like to sunbathe. I should really consider going and getting him shaved. It's just when he gets shaved, he looks nothing like an Akbash. And everyone thinks he's a golden retriever. Like, people think he's a golden retriever and a Great Pyrenees all the time, but I don't need to make it easier for them to think that. I bet I could fall out of the world here. If I tried hard enough. Well, I mean, when people call it a Scrolls-like, I think they mean it. Ugh, nothing underwater. That's upsetting. Also, like, I know it's not Baldur's Gate, but I'm still kind of upset I didn't find Withers here to talk to, given they called it Withers' hideout. Quest objectives this way. Corrupted Temple. Ooh, that sounds like fun. That sounds like somewhere you get fun magic items. And my quest for Sanguinor the Crimson leads me here? Okay, there's no map for inside this place, so it is considered an interior. Oh, this is exactly...
My voice. Find my voice. They have it, twisted it, and now speak in my name. But their words are not mine. Find my body, once undying, now rotting in endless torment. Free it. End this agony.
Okay. I mean, I'll happily do as you command, Spooky Voice. I have nothing but respect for spooky voices that say creepy things into my ear while I'm exploring places. Ask all the Daedra in Skyrim. But... uh-oh. I hope she wasn't wearing anything, like, valuable. Oh, I might be able to get to her if she was. I should probably swap to a spell that doesn't eat my enemies to the other side of the map. Confession of Aaron. I am Aaron, once a hopeful acolyte of the All-Mother, barely in my teens when the darkness consumed us. I was not ready for the weight of priesthood, and shadows saw my vulnerability. Whispers of power and acceptance lured me. I sought to belong, to be strong. In my naivete, I performed the forbidden rites, believing they would make me a true priestess. Instead, they trapped my soul and tainted our temple. Now, as a spirit bound to these cursed halls, my whispers join the damned. I was too young and weak, and my fall led to our ruin. May the All-Mother forgive my folly and cleanse this place. I always worry when a place offers me somewhere to make more healing potions. Up. Confession of Brenna. I am Brenna, once a humble peasant girl, unlearned but devoted to the All-Mother. I rose to become a priestess through sheer faith and determination, but I was unprepared for the darkness that befell us. The shadows preyed on my ignorance, offered false promises of wisdom and power. Desperate to prove myself, I embraced the forbidden rites, believing they'd honor our temple. Instead, it led to corruption. Now I'm bound to these haunted halls, my spirit a testament to my folly. My whispers join the chorus of the damned, a reminder of the price of my ambition. May the All-Mother forgive my trespass and cleanse the sacred place of our torment. Should be a confession down here because I believe where Aetus Deletus, that lady, is over this direction. Sure is. Oh, but you have nothing to confess. Curious and curiouser. Okay, that looks like the incorrect direction to go.